The other big story we're following this morning is the latest on the health of former President Jimmy Carter.
Carter is at home in Plains, Georgia this morning after a series of hospital stays. Over the weekend, his foundation announced he has decided to forego further medical treatment and has opted for end-of-life hospice care at home instead. 98 years old, Carter is the oldest living former American president. The Georgia Democrat was elected the 39th president back in 1976. After leaving office, Carter continued his work through the Carter Center, promoting democracy and peaceful resolutions to conflict around the globe. NBC News correspondent Priscilla Thompson has more on Carter's condition.
Well, this morning, heartfelt messages of love and support for former President Jimmy Carter are continuing to pour in. The Carter Center has created a message board where people from around the country and across the globe are sharing treasured memories with the former president and just speaking about how much they love him and are praying for him and his family during this moment. We also know that President Biden has been in touch with the Carters who are here in Plains, Georgia, and he tweeted as well saying, quote, "We admire you for the strength and humility that you have shown during difficult times," adding, "May you continue your journey with grace and dignity, and God grant you peace." And peace is really the mood here on the ground here in Plains. This is something that President Carter has spoken about in the past. As a reminder, in his 80s, he battled cancer. He had melanoma that was in his liver and that spread to his brain, and he really defied the odds in surviving that. And after that experience, he spoke about this idea that he may have only had weeks left to live during that time, and he said that he felt at ease about it. He said that he had lived an adventurous and exciting life, and for that he was so grateful. And we saw his grandson also tweeting after this news was announced, saying that the Carters are at peace and that their home is full of love as it has always been. And the community here is certainly sending that love to Mr. Carter and his wife of more than 75 years, who is by his side right now, Rosalind Carter. We were here yesterday as the church service let out, and of course that is the church that he attended, a church where he taught Bible study, and the members there spoke about how much they love him and how much he has meant to this community, and so many of those feelings being felt around the country today. Of course, President Carter served only one term in office, but after his time in office, he spent a great deal of his efforts working to fight for peace and also human rights around the world. He worked very closely with Habitat for Humanity, volunteering every year. He built in all more than 4,000 homes with that organization, and so he has certainly lived a very full life here. And so today, many people just continuing to send those thoughts and prayers as the former president has decided to forego any further medical treatment. As he mentioned, some of those short hospital stays that he had been experiencing recently, and has now made the decision to enter home hospice care and to live out his final days at his home here in Plains, Georgia. Back to you.
All right, Priscilla, thank you.
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Follow today's top stories and breaking news by downloading the NBC News app.